Hello, everybody. My name is Rizwan Syed, and in the previous topic, we discussed T accounts. And in this topic, we are going to discuss how the data will flow in the accounting system. All right. What is accounting? How the data flows in the system. This is what we are going to learn in this lecture. All right. It's not a very difficult. It's pretty easy. A lot of time people struggle. Well, why we have accounting, how the data flows. So in this lecture, as I mentioned to you, this is what we are going to learn, what we have over here. All right. So now, first of all, this is what you can see over here, flow of data. Okay. First of all, we have source documents, source documents and chart of accounts. All right. In source document and chart of accounts, the process is called analyzing. All right. So, but we need to find out what are source documents? What are source documents? What is that? What is that? And why we need? What is the reason for that? All right. We will discuss that later on too. But let me tell you one more thing. First of all, we have source documents and chart of accounts. Then the next topic will be enter the business transactions in general journal. All right. The process called journalizing. All right. When you put those in general journal, we call the process called journalizing. The next thing that will happen over here after journalizing, we call it from general journal. We post those accounts in general ledger. The process is called postings. All right. And then after that, based upon what we have in our general ledger, we will make a trial balance, and this is how we will make trial balance based upon what we have in general ledger. All right. Let me repeat to you one more time. Okay, that will help you to understand. First, again, I'm telling you how the data will flow. All right. For the first step, we have analyzing, which is called based upon source documents and chart of accounts. All right, and then for source document and chart of accounts, we have entered the business transaction in general journal. The process is called journalizing. All right, because we are putting those transactions in general journal. Then after that, based upon what we have in general journal, we will put those information in general ledger. The process is called postings. And then after that, we have over here we will make trial balance based upon what we have in our general ledgers for different accounts. All right. This is what we are going to learn. I'm going to elaborate these things more in my other lecture. But right now, for now, just need to understand this part. What analyzing. Analyzing means source documents and chart of accounts. All right. What are source documents? What is the need for source documents? All right. So let me tell you one thing, guys. Source documents basically are the receipts of the transactions. Receipts, invoices, when a lot of people you get paid, you get check stubs and everything, right? So those check stubs basically are considered as source documents because they are the evidence of the transactions. All right. A lot of time when you go back to different stores, and they always ask for receipts. All right. So what are those receipts? Receipts basically are those source documents. These are the evidence that this transaction occurred, and those receipts will provide you evidence that okay, this is a transaction, and based upon that, they will give you return, and they will reimburse you your money and everything. All right. Then we have a chart of accounts. In first chart of source document, and then we have chart of accounts. In chart of accounts, basically, I always call it a game plan. All right. So basically, which account will be affected based upon what kind of transactions you have. You saw the receipts. All right. How much you paid, which account will be affected. Those kind of stuff. This is what we're going to see. Now we need to find out which account will be affected. All right. And then this part, we will discuss that after the break. Thank you so much. Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, Accounting by Rizwan Syed. And in the previous lecture, as we discussed flow of data, right? How the data, and I will continue the same lecture that I started in the previous video. Okay, so we started with how the data flowed, how the data was flowing. First of all, analyzing. Starting in analyzing, we have source documents and chart of accounts, and I did give you an example, like all kind of receipts, invoices, will be considered. Even your pay stubs will be considered as your source documents because that's used as an evidence of your account. Then I also give you the whole. I drew the whole chart of accounts, and in chart of accounts, I also mentioned to you like all the assets accounts, they will start with number 1. Liabilities will start with number 2. Owner's equity, those accounts will start with number 3. And revenue will start with number 4. And all the expense accounts, they will start with number 5. This is what we discussed in my previous video, right? Now we have already collected source documents. We also analyzing like which account will be affected. Now in this lecture, basically we are going to learn like how to journalize those transactions. All right, how to put these transactions in journal. The process basically is called enter the business transactions in general journal. The process basically is called journalizing, and I have already all right. The process is called journalizing, but we put these transactions in general journal. All right, so that's basically our first step, like how those information will be flowing in the accounting systems. All right, previously it was just receipts and everything. All right, and you already know that, like with the receipts and everything, nobody, like, I mean, you have to put them in a proper system, and this is where the proper system starts. All right, in general journal and journalizing. All right, and I will show it to you after the break for how for how to do journalizing. All right, thank you and have a great day.